Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Elias, and welcome back to Age of Engineering. In the last episode, well, I don't want to talk about it. We tried to make a space station, and kind of failed. But it wasn't too bad. It wasn't that big of a deal. We kind of destroyed the satellite bay that we were working on. We were also working towards the matter transmitter and matter receiver so that we can teleport back and forth from the space station and eventually all the planets and whatnot back to the base here and all that kind of fun stuff. So today, before we get started, I want to talk about a little bit of stuff. So real quick, I want to mention I don't really like doing this too often, but to mention when this goes up, I've been not uploading for the past couple of days, and I just wanted to make a comment on that real quick. Basically, my sleep schedule got messed up again, and I just have not had the motivation to record anything or anything like that. This video is going to go up super duper late, and I'll get to other reasons why this video, why this series really drives me crazy, but yeah, so I just haven't recorded for the past couple of days, and I'm trying to fix that. I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule and all that kind of fun stuff. It happens to me every once in a while. Ironically, this time it was because of Minecraft. I was prepping another series so much that I was staying up way too late and just completely messed up my sleep schedule. So it happens, but I just want to make a comment on that real quick. Hopefully videos are going to be continuing to go out daily again. But yeah, this series. So we're kind of at a point of I don't know what to do. So we can make the space station, and we're gonna do that. We can make the matter transmitter receivers and all that kind of stuff, and we're gonna do that. That's gonna be fine. But in the meantime, we can't actually do anything with the space station yet. So in order to do anything, we're gonna need 15 blocks of titanium. We have 2. In order to get more, we need more bauxite. Now, I do have 20 bauxite in here. That's probably going to give us a close to a block, maybe. It's just really slow. So unfortunately, we're not going to be going to any other planets. And the guide actually talks about this. It says way down here, as a side note, there are also 2 moons in the solar system that can fill the need for titanium if you run out of it, probably. If you run out of it. So, yeah, we need a lot of titanium. We're going to need more titanium going forward. It's just a complete and utter pain right now because bauxite is the only source of it. Now, something we could try... and I'm not completely opposed to this. Would be very expensive, but it would potentially give us a lot of bauxite. Is we could just, go ahead and make an excavator. From Immersive Engineering, find a bauxite chunk and mine it. So that would enable us to get a lot of bauxite, and I think there's a couple other mineral veins that can help with that. So I want to say there's another one that's going to have bauxite. Maybe. We can get platinum ore from nickel veins as well as platinum veins. Quartzite ores, which is kind of cool. Okay, so bauxite veins are the only ones that have bauxite. But I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. The excavator is incredibly expensive. Actually, it's not that awful. Other than the fact that it does require it requires 9 steel blocks. So I think that's everything it needs. It would require a lot of steel. And I think this is, yeah, it would require just a ton of things. Oh, okay. This is the full thing. So it would require 26 steel scaffolding, some sheet metal, which isn't too bad, 9 steel blocks, a bunch of light and heavy engineering blocks, some radiator blocks, and a redstone engineering block. Like, that's pretty expensive, but it's not unreasonably. By the way, I did make the rest of the Dew of the Void, so we have enough of that to get the stuff we need. So yeah, it's just a consideration. We need a lot of bauxite, and so today our main goal is to kind of help with that. I think what I'm going to do is, for today at least, I'm going to we're going to make a couple of things. Do we have a trash can? One of my goals in the near future is to get everything into our applied energistic system and get this base looking a little bit nicer. But that'll be another time, especially once we can get into mechanism. We can make a lot of like steel a lot easier, and hopefully we'll be able to just get more and more stuff. But do we have a trash can? No. Okay, trash cans are easy enough to make. So the plan for today is mostly just kind of working towards some automation. We're going to work with Ender.io a little bit and start working on automating that. And we'll see from there. So item conduits, basic item filters, and I actually want some conduit speed upgrades. How bad would that be to make? Requires a good bit of electrical steel, some torches, and pistons. So conduit. Okay, we don't have any of those. So pistons, let's get like 4 of these. That'll be better. And redstone torches. Sticks. Just go ahead and make a stack of these, because why not? And let's get these speed upgrades. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our quantum quarry a little bit better, just by adding a conduit. And we're going to want to filter this with a whitelist for stone. And I don't know what else yet, but stone for sure. And let's move this. Eventually this will be moved, but for now we're going to need the power, so might as well have it here. So extract, we're going to put those in there. This will be an insert, and this will be always active. So that should remove the stone at a pretty good pace. And then anything else we want to remove, we can do that later. I don't know if there is anything we want to remove otherwise, because some of the stuff we're going to need a lot of, such as the granite we're going to need for that building, and like we're going to need more stuff for all of our buildings and whatnot. So it might not be a bad idea to keep some of it, but stone is definitely... Oh, hold up, it's going to remove that stone too. So match metadata. Because granite is also considered stone. But like anything else that we want to remove, we can. It's just a decision. If I do end up making the excavator, by the way, we'll probably go ahead and destroy this thing, because we don't need it. So yeah, that should be better. And if we turn this on, it will start, mining and everything. And the stone will disappear. So we can put, coal, iron, tin, lead, redstone, all of our ores down here where we can see them pretty easily. And I'll kind of decide if there's anything else we want to like remove. We can take this stuff out. We can put gold, copper, osmium, and just let this go for a while. So this will give us some bauxite eventually, I hope. But it shouldn't be too much of a strain on our power, and it's not really. That's something else we need to look at soon, is upgrading our solar panel, because that thing is old and fairly useless at this point. But anyways, let's start with the matter transmitters. I wanted to do that so we can start working towards getting bauxite. And let's start with the matter transmitters. So In order to make the rest of the stuff, we're going to need Dew of the Void. So we're going to need another bucket. That's not going to be a problem. And I will just drain this bucket. It should not use... Oops. I always forget you can't do that. Can we hit the... Nope. By the way, this thing is working pretty well. We're getting a lot of fish. Eventually, I will set that up so it automatically puts the goods into the system, the AE system. A lot of stuff is going to be cleaned up later just because right now we don't have the resources to clean it all up. That's usually the big problem. So we have the buckets for the Dew of the Void. We need now telepad blocks. We need 12 of these. So we have everything but the top part, which is ender crystals. So we're going to need 12 ender crystals. So we're going to need more vibrant alloy. Let's get like 20 of those. That shouldn't be too bad. I did go ahead and mine a bunch of emerald ore. We had a good bit of it, and so I went ahead and got a bunch of it taken care of. I got a little over 2 stacks from 1 stack of ore, so it was pretty nice. And we're also going to need travel anchors. We're going to need 12 of these, so we're going to need more pulsating iron as well. So that is just iron and ender pearls. So let's get a stack of each. We're actually doing pretty good on those just because I realize I can only take 16 at a time. We're doing pretty good on ender pearls just because of our farm, so that's nice. Let's see, what else do we need for these? Everything else we should have. Fused quartz. We could probably use more of that. So, you know what? Let's take all this stuff, and I don't know if it matters if these are charged or not. I hope it doesn't. But we're gonna need 12 of these telepad blocks, so we're gonna need a good bit more. We're gonna need 9 more fused quartz. So fused quartz times 9, and pulsating crystals, we're going to need 12 of these. That should not be too much of a problem. Perfect. There's the 12 pulsating crystals, which means we can make the 12 travel anchors. Which means we can put those in place. We're going to need octadic capacitors times 12. We are going to need, let's see, the ender crystals. So we're going to need pulsating crystals. Not pulsating, vibrant crystals. Times 12. So how are we doing on the vibrant ore? Good bit. Yeah, something I am definitely going to do, so we need 12 of these, is we're going to set up a drawer system eventually for like ores and stuff, for metals specifically, but that should be not too much of a problem. Alright, this is going to be a little bit time consuming. Let's get like 20 levels. It doesn't take like number levels, it actually takes the actual experience you need. Let's get another soul vial. And we will work towards this kind of gradually. And this will give us the ender crystals. So a lot of this stuff we are going to set up some automation for. I don't know if we'll need a soul binder for ourselves later, but it is something to kind of keep in mind. So we have 2 of those. What else do we need? For the telepad blocks, we need dark steel. So dark steel. We just need 2 more dark steel. Let's make 10. So what all are we crafting right now? Just the dark steel. Cool. So I think the only thing we need right now is the soul vials. And that should be about it. Let's go check on the mining, the quarry. And it's filling up. Okay, so what is it filling up on? How much bauxite do we have? We have 22 bauxite. Not bad. So maybe this won't be too bad. I don't think we will go with the excavator. We need to take all this marble out and alabaster. But again, this is something that eventually we will set up to be inputted directly into the system. So a lot of these systems are kind of temporary until we can get all the things we need to actually do something with them. So we should have the dark steel. We need 2 more of these. We need the fuse quartz times 9. And the teleportation blocks. So yeah, this is going pretty well, actually. So 4 telepad blocks will give us the first thing. We're going to need the 2 buckets of the Dew of the Void. And then the last thing we need is the worst. So we're going to need 3 teleporters. So to make this, we're going to need 12 advanced circuits. Plus, we're going to need 5 circuits for each, so we need 15 circuits. So we need copper wires plus rubber. So we need a lot of these. And that is not enough. Okay, but it'll get there. So let's go ahead and make electronic circuits times 7. We're then going to make 4 of these. So I already went ahead and made the advanced circuits we're going to need. Or rather, not the advanced circuits, but all of the empowered stuff that we need. That took a little bit of time, but it wasn't too bad. So there is 4. We are going to need, for the teleporters, 3 of these. 1, copper cables. We're going to need more copper cables. We're going to need more rubber. Do we have any resin? No. So I'm going to need a tree tap. Let's go get this going. And yeah, the IC2 stuff is like the worst thing for me. I kind of despise IC2. Okay, we got it. It's not that I like think it's a bad mod per se. I just hate the power system with it, and making circuits is awful. And by the way, I did check just to make sure that titanium cannot be mass fabricated with the UU matter. Replicated, I guess, is technically the term. Can't do that, so good to know. But I have been working pretty hard getting plenty of scrap boxes. Basically, I go mining, bring all the stone back, throw the stone in there, and that gives me all the stuff I need when it comes to like the scrap. Because I don't really need excess stone. We have plenty of it. So there is 2 more frequency modulators, transmitters, whatever. We should be able to get some more Enderman souls turned into crystals. And let's grab some copper to be turned into wires. So we need what? We have all this stuff for 1. We're gonna need 8 more. So that's 48 more wires. So that is gonna be cutting close. Not quite close enough. One more tree tapping should give us what we want. And eventually, like I said, I say this a lot, but we'll have a better tree farm for the rubber. So this will give us 42, 46. So that is 7 more. So we literally need 2 more rubber. Do I have any more just hanging out? Of course not. Do I have any more tree taps on me? Of course not. Why would I have anything? I swear I was ready to record this. Not really. I kind of had to change what I was recording, what I was planning on doing, so it happens. Anyways, you guys get to struggle with me. Oh man, so we'll get the last of the resin that we need, ironically from the same spot. And let's go ahead and take these 2, put those in there. And we need 48 in total. We need 1 more wire. Alright, so that's all we need for now. I'll let this stuff run. It doesn't really matter much. But that's all we need from this stuff for the time being. Eventually, like I said, we will automate IC2 as well. I kind of want to get to mechanism as soon as possible because it's going to make making steel a lot easier. But that being said, until we can get to space and do these things, we're going to have to basically wait. But it's fine. So let's see, we can make 2 more of those for now. Let's get the teleporters. So the teleporters require glass fiber cables, which we do not have. So we're going to need some diamonds times 3. We're going to need glass fiber cables. That is like the last thing we need. We need 8 of these. So we just need some silver to be ground up. No big deal. And then we're going to need the advanced machine casing, or is that what they're called? Machine casings? Ah, it is. Cool. We also need 1 more energium dust. So we're going to need diamonds. Can't we use the diamond horse armor? Yes, we can. Which I'd rather use because, well, why not? You know, I don't know. Did we turn the quantum quarry off? Yes, we did. Alright, cool. So yeah, I will work on cleaning that up a little bit more and letting it run a little bit more frequently. I think that'll help get the bauxite. We need more experience. Experience is not too much of a concern either, just because we do have plenty of stuff from our mob farm, so it's not too bad. Anyways, diamond dust, energium dust, and 1 more set of glass fiber cables. Alright, so the last thing we need, other than the let's go ahead and make the rest of the advanced circuits. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we turn these into the advanced type. Not like those. These. And we should have... Oh, we are missing glowstone. Interesting. I guess let's just go ahead and break a little bit. That'll work. Glowstone is one of those things that I actually do need to figure out a better source for. there is all that stuff. So all we need now is the advanced machine casings. So we're going to need basic machine casings times 3. And then turn those into the advanced. So we just need steel plates times 12. That shouldn't take too long, and hopefully we have enough of the other stuff. I think we had 10 advanced alloy, and I believe we have tons of carbon plates. Those are things that we're going to kind of automate later. Again, once we start working towards automating everything, it'll be better. So just get this stuff going. We only need 3 more. And we should be able to make a good number of these. So this is something that we're going to want to automate eventually. So what we're going to work on for the rest of the episode, once we get this taken care of, is we are going to make another vat. We're going to set up some vats to make Do the Void. We're going to set up some automation, and basically everything that is Ender IO related, we will eventually have at our Ender IO area, with the exception of these guys. So this is going to be the ore processing. Ore processing will always be here, and we'll kind of set that up a little bit nicer, get more ores, auto processing and whatnot as we go. But like these 2 machines will be over at the Ender IO. And I'll make sure they have what they want and all that kind of stuff. This guy, I think we'll also put him at the actual additions eventually. So I only really want applied logistics stuff here, and then like basic storage. We'll probably put mass storage underground, but we'll keep stuff like, you know, this will be the auto crafting area. This will be the like machines for auto crafting, anything else that we can think of that we need. So like we're gonna need singularities. Those will be in here, and then we'll have like our trophy room back here. That's kind of my plan. And then this will be kind of basic stuff. We'll have some crafting stations, and you know, our terminals and all that kind of fun stuff. Maybe like a power monitor or something. Who knows? We'll kind of figure things out as we go with that kind of stuff. But let's get the rest of this stuff taken care of. But yeah, so the plan for the rest of the episode is going to be to do the void auto processing, so that we can fairly easily make more of these matter receivers. And as we kind of go forward, we will just make more and more automation to make all this stuff. So we'll get the IC2 stuff automated. That's going to require us to automate applied logistics a little bit better, but we'll kind of worry about that when we get there. So let's put that in there. These guys go here. Make the last telepad blocks. And then diamonds. Those guys. I only needed 1 recipes of those. Oops. I can count. And then the frequency transmitters makes the teleporters. So there is the matter transmitter. And it's... Oh, right. We need to get the Do the Void. 1, 2. I was like, hold up. It's not working. There we go. There is the first matter receiver. And then the second one. Now, I want to say I looked to see how expensive these would be to make, and they're very expensive to use UU matter with. I don't remember if I actually did that or not, but I'm going to say I did. We're not going to worry about it for now. Anyways, let's go ahead and grind this up. And there's one last thing that we're going to want. So we're going to want a matter receiver. Can we put that right here for now? And then we're going to want a matter transmitter. Also put that right here. Let's go grab our block. Now these guys will again be moved eventually, but that's not that big of a deal. They're not that energy hungry. It's not that bad. But what we can do is we can name these home. And we can see that. So this is kind of important. We have matter transmitter and a receiver here. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to be teleporting from here to our space station. And in order to do that, we have to have a matter receiver up there. And that is what the little power system over here is for. So we have like a starch extractor with some starch and some coal. That should be enough with the matter receiver to do what we need to. But the thing with all this is how do we get back? And that's where the charge porter comes in handy. And this thing is really, really, really cheap. We can even make it better. I don't know if we need to. But we just put it in our inventory. It'll charge up. And what we can do is we can just right click here. And anywhere we are, we can teleport right here. And it doesn't matter. I think we will go ahead and make it the advanced one because why not? It stores more energy and it should still work. We teleport right here. Now, it changes how much power it requires based on how far away you are, whether you're going through dimensions, all that kind of fun stuff. So there is some concerns with that, but it's not too horrible. But we can charge it up, and this is nice. So this thing, I believe... does it have any other options? Yes, we can set other targets to go to. So this can actually teleport for us. We didn't necessarily need the matter transmitter. But I'd like to have it too, just because it would be nice. So yeah, the charge porter is really, really good. Anyways, that is our teleportation system taken care of. Let's go ahead and start working on what we want to do with the vat. So we're going to break the vat. We're going to take some of this stuff out. And I'm going to take a bucket of water. And we're going to break this reservoir. So what we need to do is we need to make another vat. So let's get rid of like all this stuff. And definitely the worst thing of everything to make was the Dew of the Void. So we need a vat. We need the vat. Oh my gosh. I can type. And it's going to require some electrical steel, some fluid tanks, which I don't necessarily want to break that one. So we're going to need 2 fluid tanks. In fact, we're going to make a few fluid tanks. 1, 2, just make a stack of that. So we need 2 fluid tanks. Plus 1, 2. We're going to need a cauldron. We're going to need a furnace. And then we're going to need a machine chassis. But that is easy enough. We can just come over here to our U matter producer thingy and make one. By the way, we have a good bit of iridium. I've been letting this run. Basically, we're actually out of fuel rods again. Not entirely sure why. Probably out of iron or something like that, which that's stone dust, I do believe. But that's whatever. So what we're going to do is we're going to just set up some basic stuff to make nutrient distillation and then turn that into Dew of the Void. So let's go over to our area and we're going to want a little bit of room down here. So I don't know how big this room is going to be. So let's just go like this or something. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. We'll put a torch here, and I'll kind of decide how I want this to be later. And we'll get, something I'm wanting to do eventually is we're gonna set up a system to do like all of the what am I saying? We're gonna have an episode where we're gonna have a montage of building all of the Ender IO stuff eventually. But let's see. This is basically the corner, and we want to go down one more. All right, so yeah, whatever. Anyways, let's go ahead and like I said, I'll work on this later. I really don't know what I want this building to look like, shape-wise or anything like that yet, because I really haven't messed around with it too much. But, oops. Let's put that sign back. But what we're going to want is we're going to want to set up the reservoir down here somewhere, and this is going to fill up all of the water that we need for whatever we need. So I just need to go grab another bucket of water, and we can get that good to go. Now, the big thing with all of this stuff, and actually, there's water over here. I could probably steal it from there, but I don't know. We'll decide that later. Not that big of a deal to make reservoirs. They're not that expensive. I want to make just like a staircase or something. That'll work for now. We'll make sure this is well lit down here. All right, cool. So one of the big things with this area is we're gonna have water going up to these areas, to the machines and whatnot, and we're gonna have we'll probably have multiple machines eventually doing the same things. So multiple copies of the alloy furnace and the pulverizer, the sag mill, and whatnot. We'll probably have some painting machines in here. Painting machines probably go here. Let's actually take a look at Ender IO. We can have some basic machines like here and here. That would be fine. And then we could have auto crafting on one side and on the other side. Yeah, this building is probably going to be a weird shape. And then we'll have the vats. So we'll need one vat for we'll want one vat for making the nutrient distillation. There we go. That's what it's called. And then the other one will be the Dew of the Void. And we'll have something kind of set up like this. We'll get some item conduits to pump in what they need, with filters and all that kind of stuff. This one will have a fluid conduit that goes underneath for the water. And I don't know what other liquids we're actually going to need. There are a couple of Ender IO liquids. We can make cloud seed. which I believe is then used to make concentrated cloud seed, which I don't know if we're going to need. But I have a feeling there's some of these things that we are going to need for the creative age. So for the creative gas tank, that one is weird, but it's the creative fluid tank that is what we're going to need stuff for. Biodiesel, vapor of levity, empowered oil, IC2 hot coolant. So it's vapor of levity that we're also going to need. So vapor of levity requires Dew of the Void. So we can just add another machine here, and then that would be fine. So I've got some planning to do with Ender.io. That is going to be a thing that we'll need to look into. Let's wrap the episode up. I know we didn't get too much done. I know. I'm really bad about this series with that kind of stuff. But let's take a look at a couple of things. So first of all, I need to get more Ender pearls. Let's get 1, 2, 3 more stacks of those. And what I'm going to do is, between episodes, I'm going to kind of plot out some of the auto crafting we need to do. Okay, so we have 2-ish stacks of that. That is good. How much bauxite we get in that time? 4. And that is coming from that guy. Bauxite is really rare comparatively to like ruby ore, because there's so much other stuff that the brown filter picks up. But yeah, that should give us some more. By the way, I just added a little bit of automation. So let's kind of come up with a plan of what to do. Things we need to do. I think the biggest thing right now we need to do is we need to get titanium. To get titanium, we need to deal with all of our ores. And I honestly think that might be enough. I don't think we're going to worry about using the excavator. So we need to automate Dew of the Void, and we need to automate the matter receivers. Not the transmitters, just the receivers. So the hard part with this is definitely we need to automate the soul binder. That shouldn't be too bad. We can actually automate a soul binder that is just for Enderman if we so choose. Is there anything else that's super duper important with that? The flight control units requires bats, making new spawners. We're not really using powered spawners from Ender.io. We're using restored spawners, so that's not that big of a deal. Don't care about that stuff. Franken zombies we'll probably need. Sentient Enders we'll probably need. Those are 2 more. Enderman and Enticing Crystals, which I don't think we're ever going to need Enticing Crystals. And then those crystals, Prescient, require shulkers. So we're going to want shulkers to be auto-spawned as well. So what we'll probably end up doing, because I don't really see a use to have a soul binder if we're not going to need it for anything else, we'll probably set up powered spawner. We'll probably have 1 soul binder that is by itself for general use, and then we'll probably set up powered spawners with soul binders to get whatever we want. And so there's like 4 or 5 different mob types that we'll need. So that's what we'll kind of work towards at some point. That's not too crucial right now. But I think what we'll end up doing is I'm going to work towards getting more titanium. And the kind of big thing is, if we can manage it, if we can get enough titanium to make the warp core, we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll forego a matter transmitter on Mars for now. It just means I'll have to go back there later, but unless I can scrounge another one up, we'll need a little bit more Dew of the Void, but we got automation that we can work towards and whatnot. So there's a lot of questions of kind of what is going to be the best way to do things versus kind of whatever we can manage. But yeah, titanium, if we can get that, then we're going to do all that stuff. So let's go ahead and I need to redeem myself. So we're going to want a satellite bay, space station assembler, 2 space station IDs, glowstone, and some stone bricks. And we are going to make our space station. And I don't think we're going to go up there yet. Not until we're ready to like actually build everything. Just because no reason to otherwise. We can put this down. And I really hope I know how I'm doing this. So we just want a 3x3 for now. Put our glowstone bricks. Actually, let's do 5x5. And this should be fine. So we put those, scan it, and we should be able to build. And so we have the space station container, and we just lost the... Oh, I did it again. So we lost our space station ID chips. There is a way to cheat those in. Man, I wish I knew what I was doing with these chips. So we need a linker. We're gonna need 2 linkers. And I want to see if we can do this. Unfortunately, it's not very intuitive, and it just kind of deletes your stuff if you're not careful. So let's try to make... This is space station number 2. Let's try to make what we need with this. So like... I hope this doesn't do... it's not gonna do anything there. What's the guide say? So it needs a satellite bay where you put the space station container in. You put the station ID chip in the guidance computer. You can fly your space station. Don't lose it. You can copy it in the satellite builder. So, is there a satellite builder? No. So it's got to be talking about this. You can copy it in here. And I just lost it again. I hate this thing. So I will tell you guys what. I'm going to figure this out between episodes. Get what I need. And yeah, it's going to cost me some more chrome and titanium. Not much titanium though, so it's not that big of a deal. But we'll need another space station chip ID thing. I heard that there was like another mode to this, but I don't see anything. And like, I don't know how to copy these. That's really annoying. So I'll have to figure that out. But worst case scenario, I can just remake the stuff and call it a day. So for example, the satellite bay, we're gonna need a machine structure, and I can go take. I have 2 titanium on me. That's exactly how much I need, and we'll just do this real quick. I guess we'll give it one more try. Because really, at the end of the day, all I'm losing is glowstone and stone bricks, a little bit of titanium, and a little bit of the chrome. And honestly, it's not that big of a deal. So It is what it is. We'll figure it out. We're going to need another linker. And I really wish this was a little bit smarter in how it told me how to do things. Satellite bay. Cool. So we can make... Don't put the satellite bay back in. That is number one. Rule number one. Rule number two is to cry because this is getting annoying. I wish that advanced rocketry, in this version at least, it might be better in later versions, other versions, I don't know. But at least in this version, it is very finicky at times. So we'll scan that. Build. Now we have Space Station 3. And I don't know what to do. So I'm going to look up how to copy those. And worst case scenario, like I said, there is a command. I'm not making any more satellite bays. We will go from there. And next time, what we'll do, I can delete this one. Space Station ID 1. So what we can do is I will figure out how to do all this stuff. And we will try to make the warp core. Otherwise, we're going to work on automation with applied logistics. I'll probably expand this a little bit off camera. I'll probably do a lot of work off camera with the automation with that kind of stuff and moving things around and whatnot. But we'll want to start automating some of this stuff, industrial craft, relatively soon. And that's going to be a pain. So we'll see what we can manage and go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know we didn't get too much done, but it's what I can do. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!